Now it's recording. Hey everybody, welcome to our weekly call. I had posted on my team page to see what people needed the most training on, what they were struggling with the most. And one of the things that got the most response was the cost objection. When people talk about wanting to join, but then there's the welcome pack theme and they don't know how to overcome that. So we are going to be addressing that tonight. We're going to be talking a little bit about going silver and there we go. Just lots of great things with me and Angel are going to share. So we're excited to get started. Now my notes are like chicken scratch. I think it's really bad. So I'm going to be going through my notes, and I am a pastor's daughter, so I always have notes and bullet points and all kinds of fun stuff like that. I'm also a red personality, so just bear with me tonight. One thing that I want to talk about kind of first is I also ask people on my team, and we talk about this a lot, about leading with the business. I know it's really easy to lead with the products when we're talking to people because we know they work. We know people get great results. And so that seems kind of safe to talk about. And we obviously are all super passionate about how amazing the products are, how great they work. But then when we get to the cost of the welcome packs, which are obviously the best deal, that's when people are like, oh, I didn't realize it was that much, or I'm going to have to check my budget. And that's where we get that cost objection. But if you're leading with the business, if you're showing them right away how they can make money, and this is, I forget where I got this line. It might have even been Dylan, who's me and Angel. I know he's our coach. I don't know if he's I don't think he's the other Joel's coach that are on here, but he's our coach. I might have gotten this from him, where he said, my goal for you is to order your products initially and then never have to pay for them again. And I will even say, I go a step farther with people, because for me, when I ordered my welcome pack, I couldn't pay for the welcome pack. I put it on a credit card, hoping they were going to work, hoping to maybe make a little bit of money. And I made enough my first month to pay the credit card off for the welcome pack before that even came. And then my second month, I made like almost $800. It was like $796 or something, so right at $800. And so I've never even technically had to pay for my products because I was able to pay for them out of my first month's check. And if that's not your story, if you've been with Plexus for a while and you haven't made that income yet, that's okay, because when you talk to people, you can say, they didn't have the Fast Start program when I first started, but they have that now. So you actually have the opportunity to make more than what the welcome pack was when you first got started. So that's a great way to kind of even overcome the cost objection before it comes up. If you just tell people, learn what products they're going to need, and then say, and this is, I think I got this from Dylan too, that's a really big problem that we have at Plexus, is the products work so well that we talk about them so much and we forget to talk about the business opportunity. My goal for you is to get your products ordered and then never have to pay for them again. That's a really great line to lead with, just to start the conversation. You're not pushing the business on people, but you're saying, this is how you can get your products free every month. And who doesn't want to get their products for free? That's kind of a great way just to get that conversation started if it's not somebody who has approached you about the business. Now, for the most part, when I cold message people, I'm always leading with the business. I never anymore really cold message people about the products unless they've been specifically posting about a health problem that they're having that I'm seeing on Facebook. And even then, I always say, hey, I saw that you're having issues with IBS. I would love to maybe get on the phone and talk to you about some things that I know some friends of mine have taken that'll help them with that. When's a good time for me to call you? And then again, I get them on their phone, I talk to them about the products that will work, and then we switch gears to go into that. And I never send information back and forth. I think I said this before on one of these calls through Facebook Messenger. I try to always get people on the phone. And I found too that the people who, if you're like, well, they never want to get on the phone, they never want to talk to me, they're probably not really too interested then in ordering or joining if they can't take 5 minutes to get on the phone with you to learn more. If it's a rare exception, then obviously you can send information back and forth. But I found the people who won't even take the time to get on the phone with me are people that tend to order or stick with it very long. Another thing that I had people, when I asked about leading with a business, that they said is it depends on who I'm talking to. You should always go for this, because you never know who might be a rock star, and you never saw it coming. I had people on my team that I thought they were gonna like be rock stars and kill the business, and they joined and they were just like, eh. Then I've had people who I was like, this person's gonna like take it for a month, they're not gonna be consistent, they're not gonna tell anybody, but then they had like incredible results right away, and they just decided to take off with the business. So you never know, and you never know what somebody's financial situation is. Maybe you think that, oh, they're too busy, or they have enough money, or for whatever reason they would never be interested in it. Never assume anything with anybody, because you don't know what they're going through, you don't know what they're struggling with, you don't know what they're facing, and you never know who might need this business opportunity or who might be wanting it. And usually the people, this is something I did a lot first too. I like somebody who was always complaining about being broke or needing money. They're the ones that you offer the business opportunity to, because like, oh, they need it. They are struggling financially. But they're generally the ones too who aren't really doing anything about it, and they just almost like the attention and complaining more than actually being motivated to do something. So think about the people that you know who are the most motivated and the most driven and the most successful and the busiest people. Not busy like this, just busy, but actually intentionally busy, people who have successful lives, because they're the people who will understand the value of our compensation plan and will put the hard work in to be successful. So don't say it depends on who I'm talking to, if I talk to them about the business or not. Offer it to everybody and offer that to them in this way, because again, you never know. The verbiage that we use matters so much with people. You have to lead with a place of strength. You have to be passionate about it. If you're apologetic when you're sharing Plexus with people, when you're talking about the cost, or, well, I know it's a lot of money, but maybe the business is something you could think about doing, then that's not a place of strength and a place of confidence. Strength and confidence, and that's going to come across to people. You need to know that what we are offering people has so much value, and you have to own that. And that's going to come across in how you come across to people. When you're sending messages to people, don't think before you send the message, oh, I hope they join. I really don't think they're going to, but it'd be kind of nice if they'd at least message me back. Like, go in, like, before you message someone, say, no, this person's going to join my team, it's going to be amazing, and have that mindset, because that'll come across when you talk to them. So always make sure that you're paying attention to the words you use, that they're positive, that they come from a place of what we have to offer is incredible, and we don't need to make any apologies for it. And we should always assume the enrollment. Use words like when you join my team, not if you join my team. When you get that first paycheck, what's that going to mean to your family? Not if you make any money. So you think about even the words you use and assume they're going to join your team, and talk to them as if it's already a done deal and they're going to do it, and this is the money that they're going to make, and these are the goals they're going to reach, and how amazing is it going to be when all that happens. Show them the compensation plan breakdown, the one that we have where it has like the monthly income and an annual. I like the monthly just because our bills come every month, and so every month, man, an extra $500 would be huge for our family, or an extra $1,000 would be huge for our family. So even pull that out and show them and say, which of these would make a difference to you and your family right now with your income at the end of every month? What would make a difference? And have them see that visual, that's a possibility, that you will help them earn that income, that it's real money. And one thing too, we have to get across the value of what we offer people. A lot of times people say that they can't afford it, but we can all afford things that we value. So let's say they're going to get a $199 welcome pack, which everybody should get a $199 welcome pack. I don't even really talk to people about the $99 ones anymore. So if they get the $199 welcome pack, the joining fee and everything, it's about $250. So if someone were to say, you could buy a Ferrari for $250. It's a 1-week special, 250 bucks, you get a Ferrari. Like everybody that you know would come out of the woodwork with 250 bucks to buy a Ferrari, right? Because there's value in that. And that's like the deal of a lifetime. And that's kind of how you have to approach what we're offering people. What we have has value and it can change their life. We are offering them the solution to their problem. If their problem is they don't have enough money, well, this is the solution. It's not adding to the problem, it's solving the problem for them. Okay, I talked about, hold on, let me go back to my notes because I'm kind of going off on getting ahead of myself here. One thing too, when we're talking to people, don't get on the defensive, because if we get defensive about in our approach, then that kind of shifts the conversation to a negative place too. So make sure you're not defensive. Again, what we have to offer has value. We don't need to apologize for that. We don't need to defend the cost because there's so much value in what we have to offer people. Also, don't explain too much. If you talk too much to them, over-explain everything, it's going to come across to them as if you're trying to push stuff on them and be convincing. This is what we have to offer. This is the chance of a lifetime, the opportunity of a lifetime. If they start to talk about affording it, validate their feelings. Like, I understand, and I go back to that place, I understand not being able to afford a welcome pack. I was there. I had to put it on my credit card. It was super scary. So validate their feelings, because those feelings are real and it is scary. But then show them the solution. And thankfully, again, Plexus has given us the new Fast Start. So talk to them about that and say, I'm committed to helping you get off to a really, really strong start. Show them the Fast Start breakdown. And I'll get into that in just a second, but show them how easy it is that you can make, over $2,000 your first 90 days. That return on investment is huge. And show them that you're going to be there to help them, that your goal for them is to reach those goals, and that you'll be there to help them every step of the way. So offer them the solution, show them how they can make it happen. I was listening to a Sarah Robbins video like 15 minutes ago, and she said their willing has to be greater than their wanting. So they have to be willing to work for it more than they just wanted. So I know it's easy to say, yeah, I'd like to have that income, but don't tell them that they're going to be able to make that income with doing nothing. It's going to take work, and they have to be willing to work for it, because you don't want somebody to join your team either and then be like, oh, well, you said I wasn't going to have to do anything. Tell them it's going to take effort. It's not hard work. It's simple work, but it's not, they're building a business. So you don't want to under promise anything either. But tell them that, it's obviously worth it in the long run, because they can meet whatever goals it was that they've already talked about that they want to meet. And she said something too about not offering too much. And sometimes we're like, we'll pay your joining fee and we'll give you an extra $20 off and we'll throw in an extra product. If we do all that for everybody, like, that's great and all seemingly, but it also undervalues what we have to offer, and they don't have as much skin in the game. We want them to work to make money, to make income. We don't just want to give it to them, because that also, like I said, it undervalues what we have to offer. Our products are life-changing. Our business opportunity is life-changing. And if we offer to give it all to them for free or basically free, then it kind of takes that value away. If they truly, truly can't afford it, then ask them to give you a timeline. Say, okay, I know that you say that you really want to do this. So what is a time? Do you think in 1 month, in 2 months, in 6 weeks? What's a time where you think you can save that money? And then help them come up with a game plan to do that. Maybe it's selling some stuff on Facebook Marketplace. Maybe it is going through their budget from last month and highlighting everything that they purchased that was not a necessity. Every gas station run for potato chips or drive-through or whatever that was, any extras that they did last month, have them highlight it and say, okay, so, cut these things out of your budget this month, and that way you can save to join next month. help them come up with a game plan, and have them set a timeline. Say if if there's something you really want to do, let's say you're going to join at the end of the month. So what are some things we can do to make this money before you join? And that'll show you too if they're really serious about joining, or if they're just saying that they are just to kind of end the conversation. But then help them come up with ways to make that money too. And when you talk to them about I won't go into this too much because Angel's going to cover this in just a second. But one thing that I like to do when you talk to them about the Fast Start program, and I did this a couple weeks ago for you on the call, is I literally will take a notebook and I'll say, okay, this is you right here. So if you get 3 people and have them write 3 people's names down, can you see that? Like write 3 people's names down, then that's the first step of the Fast Start. And then Angel will go into that more. But that breaks it down for them and shows them how simple it is just to get a few people to take these products to make that money back. And I like to draw it in that circle form with the lines out because we don't want them to think pyramid. We're obviously not a pyramid scheme, but just doing it that way kind of is a good visual. But again, show them the Fast Start program, the Power of 3, which Angel's going to talk about right now. And that way they know how they're going to make money. Don't just say you're going to be able to make money, but show them how they're going to be able to make money, because that will help them to be motivated and feel more comfortable to join as well. So at that point, I'm going to turn this over to Angel, and she can talk more about that.
You unmuted me. Okay. Thank you. We have a little visitor. She had a long nap today, so she's really, really late. She doesn't want to move on video, I guess. Okay, so the first step to your new ambassadors, I hate looking at myself. Can I make it right? I don't look at myself. Anyways, the first step to getting your ambassadors items paid for is silver. So it is super, super important to go silver. And clearly, corporate wants us to focus on that right now. Every single thing is based on going silver. I know 5 years ago, it was, the power of 3, the power of 3. That's going silver. We just kind of got away from that somehow. But I want to talk a few things about the importance of going silver and all of the things that you attain by going silver and that your ambassadors attain by going obtained by going silver. So for those that don't know, because I know I have a few new people on here, but going silver is when you add 3 people with a welcome pack and their subscription on. You definitely want to do this if you can do it the first 14 days right now, you're going to get a huge bonus, but we're going to go over there in a second. So the subscriptions being on is very important because you want your people to be on the products consistently. So welcome packs with sub orders on. Those are $99 welcome packs or $199. But I do think, and just like Brittany said, I'm not even talking about the $99 welcome packs anymore. And I don't know about everybody else, but I was terrified of those until this whole Fresh Start thing came out, really. I think I sold 2 or 3 in 5 years. And this month I've sold 5. So it's all about how you approach it. Shelly, stop. No, I need that. Sorry, guys. It's all about how you approach it, but the value is huge in these welcome packs. I want to join. I want to think of grandparents that I can sign up so I can get their welcome packs, it's just a huge value. So 3 people with their sub order on with the welcome packs. Now for new people, if they sign 3 people with $199 welcome packs and their sub order on in their first 14 days, they're going to get a $200 bonus plus their silver bonus. I double checked this. I'm correct, right? Okay. I was like, really? when I was reading over it again. So that's $300 right there just for adding 3 people plus their $25 that they're getting for each billing bonus and the pay points. So right there, that's paying for their welcome pack plus probably their next month's products, really. And everyone knows 3 people. I mean, really, everyone knows 3 people. So that's huge. When you have someone is your level 1 go silver, you're getting convention credits. right now, guys, everyone is focused on convention credits, and you're actually getting them. I think it's for levels 1, 2, and 3 silvers, but you're getting 75 convention credits for your level 1s going silver. That's a lot of convention credits. So they're getting a huge bonus. You're also getting pay points and business building on this and convention credits. So just for 3 people. If they do this if they don't get it in 14 days, but do in 30 days, then they're getting a $100 bonus plus their silver bonus. When someone hits silver, and sometimes I know I hit silver very, very early, very soon. But when people hit silver, they feel the excitement and the belief. They get their first paycheck. That is huge. They get an announcement that they're ranking. For every single personality, going silver is going to just amp up their confidence, right? Like I know for yellows like me, just being announced, I was like, oh my God, like people are seeing that I'm doing something here. So right there, just all of the things just to go silver, they're going to stay in this business. You are doing it yourself, but it's 3 people. I mean, only 3. So I know that I was speaking with one of my new girls last night, and I told her, she was like, I really am wanting to, my husband's about to retire, and I'm really thinking that I need to make this business work because I just don't know where my job's going to be at. And I said, she had signed 1 already the same day that she joined. And I said, if you sign 2 more people, you're going to get a huge bonus. Like a huge bonus. And she said, oh, well, in 14 days, or this was by February 8th. And she said, oh, I can find 2 people. Like, yes, if you just tell them what they need to do, but most people need to be told. I know I do. If you tell them what to do and give them just a few steps and then what they're going to get from doing that, they're going to do it. I promise you they're going to do it. Okay. If you go silver, so the person that goes silver, you or like if your new ambassador goes silver, whoever goes silver are getting 100 convention credits. So that's a huge deal too. Can you go sit over there if you're gonna play on my phone? Okay. Let's see what else I have here for going silver. I think that was it. But I just want to reiterate the belief that you are putting into your ambassador once they go silver. I know for me, I have a lot of wholesale ambassadors, but I also have a lot of wholesale ambassadors that went silver, and some of their ambassadors that made them silver are runners. So you might have a wholesale ambassador that says that they don't want to build a business, but they do want to get their products paid for, and they're going to connect you with a runner. So, if they get to silver and they say, okay, I'm getting my products paid for, that's really all I wanted. I mean, that's a little silly, but they do that. Then they are connecting you with 3 other people that could really help build the business and change lives. So, do we want to talk about Fresh Start?
We can.
Okay. I don't have that written down, so it's going to have to come from my head. But
it's pretty much the same.
Fresh Start, yeah, all the bonuses are exactly the same. It's just for people that were ambassadors before January 12th.
Okay. And then you have to have the 200 PV, right?
Oh, yeah, and the 200 PV.
That's the only difference. So we have until what day, guys, do you know, to get Fresh Start?
The Fresh Start bonus for the 14 days is over, but they have 30 days after the 12th of January to get the extra 100.
Okay. So you guys still
February 12th?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. February 12th.
Oh, February 12th. Okay. I see that.
Yeah. Does anybody have any questions? If you do, you can type them in the chat. you guys have any questions about what we covered tonight. And if you guys have anything specific that you want us to cover, oh, it says February 10th. Okay, February 10th. Here's off. If you guys have anything specific that you want us to cover, reach out to one of us and let us know, because we do these every Monday night, and we want to talk about things that you guys are struggling with and have questions about, so we can answer those issues for you. Did we get the email with the announcement? No, not yet. Have we gotten? I haven't. Been checking constantly. I know.
My Diamond upline kept saying we were going to get an email today, and so I kept looking and kept looking. I was like, where is it?
Yeah, I don't have it. I just looked.
I heard it's coming tomorrow.
Oh. Yep.
Oh.
All right. Look at the babies.
Baby.
All right. Well, I'm going to end the recording, and then